there anyone here?
Oh. What do you...
So I'm just seeing all my processes and stuff here. Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Buff, 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 buff.
Hold on, I just need to change my graphics settings, so my FPS is a little low from recording. Just make my graphics low.
Yeah.
Oh god, let's just change all this stuff.
Oh my god, I have a lot of boost.
Just 1 sec, I'm AFK for now. I'm just changing my settings.
Okay.
Seems that they left or something. Oh well, whatever comes. Just go.
I have action drop rate plus 100%.
Oh man. Okay.
Yep. Well, let's go.
Just remember to keep spamming your Z buff.
So you always use your Z buff, right?
Always, yeah. I don't think there are any moves where it's better to like
just
most of ninja ones are really bad. Like you don't even want to use them. I think there are some exceptions, but I think the Z buff is just always the way to go. It's so good for ninja. Like you move so fast, you have such huge damage. Oh fuck.
Do you save your E buff?
No, I don't. I usually don't. I usually just save my shift debuff for like to save my life. But like if I'm farming, then yeah, sure, you can do that. But usually like in PvP and stuff, I save it to save my life.
Yeah, just in case someone comes and steal your spot, right?
It's also true, yeah. Where are you guys? Okay. Just follow me. I've got a rotation that we can do. Yeah, I need a 10.
Oh my god, I have Nash. I have a no.
What happened?
Cool.
You skip a spot, huh?
The one on the left. Yeah. Sometimes if I'm, to be honest, depending on how fast we go, I probably won't skip it. But I don't think we're gonna go that fast, so we can skip that one because it's not that good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got 2 doors.
Nice. That's cool. That's pretty rare, yo. $2 from one thing.
Yeah.
I need a lot of move. And I still see nothing.
See what? Flourish buff?
Actually, some fucking good.
So I think this spot coming up here, I like to come up here now. I started testing it and adding its rotation. Like I used to think getting the little guys was bad, like you didn't really want to get the little guys, but they all have chances of dropping voodoo dolls, so it's like, I think it's pretty worth. Like I've gotten a lot of voodoo dolls from the small guys, so
yeah.
I think it's pretty worth to get that spot just because there is like such a nice concentration of the little guys there.
Fair. Oh shit, that knocked me down. Ah.
Yeah, careful.
Thanks. Oh yeah, simple cornmeal. I still have some left.
Yeah, simple card is the best underground. I always use it.
Yeah, it's just 1 mil for a lot of AP on monsters.
Yeah, it's nice. What's nice as well is the more you guys grind the spot, obviously eventually you'll get the S knowledge, and then they become a lot easier to grind.
Your knowledge on all these guys are S, right?
I think so. Yeah, it should be S by now and everything. I'm just gonna roll.
It should be.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll
You have
quickly.
been farming here for a while.
I'm done. Fuck, I can't roll. Okay, GG, let's go. Fuck, man.
Oh, I got 3 blackstone from experience. Nice.
Okay, you guys come fight these guys here. I'm just gonna get the other mob. Oh, fuck, man. I can't get out of
Thanks this bitch.
So you guys just stay there. Okay, when we come back to the spot, you guys keep fighting at these ones up here, okay? And then I'll come grab these. And as long as you guys keep the rest of them there, we can do it nice and fast. Because then only the one
Can
guy
you pull
will
those
stay.
here, Chatas?
Yeah, so next time we come here, Brad, you two stay with these 2 packs, and then I'll bring the other pack to us, and the rest of them will jump. And then we can leave the one guy, the one
Alright,
shaman will stay there. We can just ignore him, and then we can do those 3 packs really quick.
Got it.
Oh, I complete my mission.
Mission?
Yeah, I have a mission in here.
Yeah, nice.
Last time I died immediately. Not in October. Maybe I feel I can rush my XP in here as much as desert for organ.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe,
desert
yeah.
organ maybe it's faster.
I think when we're all together, maybe, yeah. But like solo, the XP is not that good.
Maybe
Yeah,
in
can I
here
just
is
Hogan's
off
XP
my
is really good.
yeah, desert organ has a lot of faster.
Do you still have your
Restore
530
so
scrolls? Do you have your what Namcham Bamwe fucking scrolls? Do you have those scrolls? The 530s. Your Namcham Bamwe. Do you have those scrolls? Those XP scrolls?
What scroll?
The 530 scrolls. Do you still have
Oh
some?
yeah, I still have them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we both still have some.
Yeah. Chatas still has some, and he can use that to get to 61 really easily. It's a couple days grinding at Fogan's to get it, or like to get to 60. Like he can probably do that like probably tonight if he used one right now and grounded with us. He'd probably get to like 59, maybe even 60 if he grounded for long enough.
Yeah, just pop all your EXP buff, Chatas.
Yeah. Try and stack as many as you can.
A lot of XP boost, man.
But do you have the big one, the 530? That's what matters. If you have that one,
Yeah, Tyrant.
then that's fine. Then that'll be enough. You'll probably get to 59 tonight.
Actually, I eat the boost 530 is XP boost.
Oh, you got it. Nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, use
Yeah,
the challenge and the Black Spirit burning too.
Yeah, you could use the Black Spirit energy and the daily one as well.
Yeah, let me call. Please,
Well, okay. Let me just change my settings here. Let me put everything pretty low. My FPS is not doing that well. Okay, should be better.
What are you doing?
Raising the swords.
Okay, I can try this.
Oh, are you going to solo that?
Yeah, I can solve that. Easy.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to go this way.
A piece of cut. Don't lose even a bar.
This is like the corner path though, so it's like if we can pull this in the main path, that would be faster.
That is
Instead
true.
of coming here.
That would be good, Joe. Go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, I thought we had already played these guys. The thing with this place is really great for is getting Kaffir stones. You get so much ancient spirit dust and so many Kaffir stones. Like, it's making me seriously start to think about like going for Tet with Kaffir. Like, it's making me believe, dude.
There's some guy here.
Which guy? A normal. Oh, here you go. I'm sure he'll
Hello.
see all three
Hello.
of us and he won't be keen.
Right, what
Hello.
gonna kill that.
Ah, he left,
I see.
yeah.
He left. He
Oh,
ran. He ran.
Oh, he
He
took all the
freaking switched
cases.
channels. Oh.
Oh,
He
man.
freaking switched channel.
He took all the
Oh,
shit from me as well. Sad. I just used my Ziva. And everything's dead.
I feel so bad for him. Wait. Are we on the right path?
Yeah, I'm back on the path now. He had just killed everything.
Yeah.
Sad.
No wait, I'm stuck on this. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
I
stuck on
know.
a freaking rock.
That's exactly what happens to me every time. I now know to go like super around a rock. I don't even play with that rock anymore. That rock is fucking
Yeah.
annoying.
Around that tree in the rock.
I go all the
Fuck
way
this rock.
around. I don't even try anymore because I know it's just gonna waste time.
Oh god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Wait. Oh, what?
Why can't I? Oh, he cancelled my fucking brace. Oh, that's so annoying.
Wait, I see a moose out here. Wait, what? No, no.
Wait.
Wait, what?
I don't see anyone.
Oh, no. I was blind or something.
Sure, it wasn't his striker clone.
Yeah, that's the striker flame.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a moose he hit effect, so
I guess it looked like it.
I'm really scared of them though. Yeah. Ow.
Okay. Oh.
No, wrong farm. I got like 0.2% from that. That's quite a lot. Well, I'm stuck
Yeah,
on buff like hell, so.
I've been pretty surprised at the XP here. I noticed my thing actually going up a little bit. It's pretty cool. It makes
It's
me
quite a
wonder.
lot. It's not little.
Yeah, it makes me
Like
wonder if I should
I
even
went.
try like using XP scroll here. Maybe it would be good. Like I don't think it'd be amazing, but definitely seems okay.
Oh fuck, wrong skill.
Hmm. Hmm.
Did you get knocked out?
Yeah, I did. Just that. Where the fuck? Oh, I thought I had to move up, but I didn't.
I think we really need a good tool, man.
Oh, what?
Eddie doesn't have a kudu, right?
Yeah.
You don't. You don't have a kudu, right?
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna go to that next.
I have
You do?
Yeah, I have a Kutum, yeah.
Oh, no wonder.
See, if we don't have good tool, it's no damn to the master.
Just that.
We totally need a good tool.
I wouldn't say no damage because like look, I just did half there because of the food buff.
Yeah.
Yeah, OP food buff. I should pop my Z more often. Oh wait. Chatas has been doing pretty alright at this, like, pretty great to be honest, at this range spot.
Yeah,
I think he has enough BP.
yeah, it's really good. One knockdown
I'm-
and you're down. So that's good. I guess we are killing them pretty fast, so it makes it safer, but these things are pretty scary.
Oh my god, the fucking...
No. No.
It's the rogue again!
Yeah, we are.
and I jumped. God damn. Do the ninja jump. Oh wait, wrong skill.
Oh, why didn't they come? What the fuck? No, these ones didn't follow for some reason. I hit them. I thought they would follow me. Well, I guess I moved too quick.
I was going to pop a beast rod, but like I think our speed is like good enough for now.
Yeah, don't pop a beast. Yeah, don't do it like that. I actually my simple common isn't on. That's probably why it's going so slow. There you go. Okay, now I should go a lot faster. Oh man. Oh. God damn.
Ow, ow, ow,
Double
ow, ow,
knockdown.
ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I just beat.
Yeah, sorry, I got knocked down twice in a row, so I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, and I got double no knockdown.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those little guys with the boomerangs, that's the problem.
You're so fucking strong.
You have about 300.
Hmm?
You have about 300 DP right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on 293, and it's nice because 293 is the bracket stuff. It's really nice.
That's sort of 16% there.
13%. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's good. These mobs keep bugging, dude.
Oh, nice. Another doll.
Nice. Actually, let me use my same. Let me actually use my
Oh,
scroll.
the trash here is like really good.
Yeah, that's good. See how you get.
It's like 8,000 with a weight of 0.1. It's like so good
beautiful.
compared to other ones.
I know, right?
It's beautiful.
You can just stay here forever.
It's just like a thing of beauty.
It's so sick. I never even like I have a maid, but like I'd never even use my maid here. Like you just don't need to. It's so cool. You're just not gonna run out of weight. Like you could stay here for hours. Like more than likely your weapons and gear will run out of durability before your weight fills up. It's great, dude. Unless you obviously have like full weapons and stuff. More than one, but my gear's on like
Wait,
45.
how much XP do you have right now?
Oh.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think the XP is okay.
Hey, Chatas. Hey, chat.
What?
How much XP do you have right now?
I think 170
No, EXP,
and 1
EXP.
EXP 64.
Yeah, that's an improvement. It's a lot higher than before. It's like 5% already, right?
Actually, actually the problem is now is skill point.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, those 530 scrolls helped a lot with my skill points as well. I just farmed a lot of Fogans for a long time. Ended up getting lots and lots of XP and skill points.
Well, Fogan's got the scroll going for it though. 3 mil a pop.
True. Where are you guys? I was finding something.
Right behind.
Okay. Just didn't want to kill them up.
If you do the shift left mouse, right mouse cancel, is the right mouse like full charge?
It's not full charge, but I think it's more charge than like no charge. Do you know what I mean? So like it isn't.
And oh, and I do see sometimes that like I can insta cast like right mouse button without even holding it, and it's still full charge. Do you know like how that happens?
No, I don't think so. When you do the shift left click into right click, it's not.
Oh yeah, it's not the shift left click and right click. It's like another skill and then the shift right click. I saw it at full charge sometimes.
So I'm a little bit confused. Poacher,
Oh, we can
guys.
have offering here, man.
Oh, poachers.
Poacher, yeah. Where is it? I can't see it. Is it right here? No, where is it? I can't see it on the map. Oh, here? Yeah, here's the poacher, guys. By me. Come. By here.
On you.
By here. Right here. You guys can kill it. Come kill it. Quickly. Come kill. Kill Racha. Just do damage, Racha. Quickly. I don't want to kill it just in case. Did you guys get it? Oh, because I had it first again. No way. Oh, no.
There's like so much thing going on in my ski.
No, I got it. Fuck, that's so crazy. I think because I touched it. Okay, now we know. I mustn't even touch it. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's...
You carry, you get all the loot.
No.
I'm just here for the SP.
Okay, so next time, I'll look for it and I won't take it. What did I get? I got some very good stuff.
Pop a pot. Man, pot is like a real lifesaver when you're knocked down.
For sure. Always good to have a few just in case.
Oh, mouse button. So if you use Ghost Slap to cancel the animation of some skills in, does it cancel the damage like most sort of skills?
Yeah, it will.
If you do the animation too fast.
Yeah, it does. Especially beheading. Beheading, if you do it early, it will cancel the damage. But sometimes in PvP, I'll often just do that so I can get the CC. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like even then, it's probably not the best idea. But like, if I get the CC on someone and like they aren't full life, I'll just take the CC and go combo them, just to, like guarantee it.
Sure. There's two. Wait, there's some. Those fat guys doing. What? I didn't pull the whole pack. Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, these fat guys, you have to like stay with them a little bit, or they don't come. They have a really long wind up animation. Yeah, like they stand there and roar, and then after the roar is finished, like they do their little thing, and then they'll chase you.
Damn. We should call you like the Manshaums ecologist or something.
Oh.
You seem to know everything about these guys. Guess that's what it takes to grind here for a week, right?
Yeah, I've found you like a lot over the last few days.
Oh, hi.
So much. Like I've learned all the little things. Like these guys don't take damage when they do that jump. 0 damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Do we even have like any skill that tanks all the damage that we take when doing the animation?
Like our block moves,
Except
technically.
from the beheading the dead, like when we turn invisible. Like aside from that skill.
Well, I mean, we have quite a few of those. Like obviously, like our block jump.
Block jump.
Like any of our like transition changes, like any of the ones that give us block moves. So like when we're like this, you know what I mean? When we do this thing, that's technically 0 damage taken. But that's obviously on a block meter. So once the block meter runs out, then obviously
it's still blocked though.
Yeah. And I mean, what else? I don't think there's anything else. If you use the different
Oh
rebound
wow! I just
skill,
got 2 copper stone.
nice. That's cool, yo.
Shit.
When I say it's an offering, anyone have the offering?
Upgrade.
Yes,
So-
I see offering drop in here.
What?
Manshaums
Really?
forest.
Oh yeah, the forest ring. Yeah, you can get forest ring here.
Offering.
Hmm.
Where's our offering?
You can get forest ring. You can get Nokia. It's like 40 mil. Make sure you pay attention to your gear as well. I've died before when my fucking gear broke and I didn't realize. It was a very sad day for me.
Mhm.
Lost like a 90 mil gem, so sad.
Yeah. A gin would worth about 90 mil, I think.
Very nice.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
So don't you dare die now. You're having some hoops on you.
Yeah, I can't die now, yo. Fuck, if I die now, I'll be so sad. I have so many
Does
fucking
it say that
expensive
it
gems.
has a high chance of shattering, right?
It
Not
does,
a low
yeah.
chance.
High chance. Super
Oh,
slow.
shit.
Yeah, it's scary. But they're so good.
Like-
They're so fucking good. Like, yo, I had no idea that these things even existed. Like the boot crystals are fine, like for tanky people, but they don't actually give you any
Like
real
the hoops are
stats.
really good though.
The hoops are
I got
amazing.
another copper stone. What?
Nice. Yeah, you get lots of Kaffers, yeah. You are getting
Yeah,
super
that's
lucky,
lot.
obviously,
That's
but
a lot of copper stone.
yeah, you are getting super lucky, of course, but yeah,
Well, I'm popping a scroll buff, so
yeah, same here. I'm not getting any fucking Kaffers,
maybe
so
it's
it's
just
good.
lucky.
I got one Kaffer so far, yeah, feels sad.
Oh. Okay, it's the F skill in the awakening from a block frontal guard.
I don't think so. I know it's a really bad move to use, so like we should never ever use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's okay for like maybe like a filler if you're clearing, you haven't got any spells to use. But like even then, like I really don't use it that often. Like if my rising is on cooldown and I accidentally push it, that's probably the only time where I'll use that spell. Because my thing is still on cooldown and I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I see you use your shuriken a lot even when grinding though.
My
Isn't that
shuriken, you
good?
mean that?
Yeah, the Q.
Yeah. I use that a lot. You should basically use it whenever you can because it's like a free animation. It can cancel all your animations. So like blade spin, I'll always do it after blade spin. If I transition back into uh, pre-awakening, I'll usually like do my combo and then in certain parts of my
Okay,
combo it's just muscle memory now where I'll just do in a queue because like you should, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean it's like a 3-second cooldown.
Is it Q damage or do you do it
One
for the buff?
knowledge from the host.
Sorry, what?
You say it first, Chatas.
I mean, I would say the damage isn't like it's fine, but the thing because it's so quick, right? Like then I think it's worth for damage. But then obviously the skill add-on buff as well is nice. So
Yeah, the add-on is really nice.
yeah,
But like I always forgot to you use it.
yeah, I get you. Same for me. It happened.
Like,
I was like that for a long time. But I do think
it's only on the 4 second.
yeah,
Oh.
4-second cooldown. I think it's really good, especially like if you find sometimes where you feel like you're running out of spells, which can sometimes like happen, like you don't know what to use because like you feel like maybe you ran out of options or whatever. If you add in like a lot of fillers like that with low cooldowns, it'll eventually get rid of that problem. Like that's something I had to learn for a while because I would just use all my big spells and then I wouldn't have anything good to use. So now I just try to like
Nice little in between spell.
exactly yeah, and then I don't get that problem because it works out perfectly with the rotation. Like our shadow clone step thing, right? Like that we should do all the time. Like all the fucking time we should spam that.
Yeah.
It's one of our best damage spells. Gives us good movement as well. It's unsafe, which sucks. Only problem is that it is unsafe. Which is pretty lame.
There's still some little guys left.
Yeah, sorry, I was just taking a drink.
That's right. It's not, it's still amazing how like we just got here and like people immediately get out. I never felt so powerful in my life. It's like you just what you just like waltz in and like people just like move out of your way.
The dream, dude.
Yeah, I literally waltz in, put a chair in front of the tent, and then they just like change.
That's funny as fuck. I mean, what would you do if you saw three dudes
Oh my
fucking,
god, feels good.
like three guys come to a grinding spot? Like,
It's like when you can pretend to be OP.
I mean, if you're at Manshaums, you're not going to be weak as well, right? That's the thing. So, the
Yep,
person is just going to assume, oh, these guys must all be geared. So, like,
Oh,
did you get something good?
Did you get something?
right.
Oh yeah.
And this down, man. It's all loyalty.
I sometimes double press F or double press S or something, so I always back away when using the server ascension. Feels bad.
Oh, what do you mean? You like move away? Or you like
Yeah, the
shift
SF.
right?
So I sometimes like press double SF, like shift SF. So I just like go step backward and then just miss the skill.
Oh, I get you. I get you. Yeah, I can see that happening. That's a pretty tight thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not all.
Yeah, it's just something you need to practice not to do.
Sometimes.
I can see why that would happen. Yeah.
Why I cannot grab this pet?
Lots of stuff like that used to happen to me.
Yeah, spam block.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys can just stand block the whole time. It's fine.
Wow. Oh, well, I actually do some damage to these guys.
Yes.
Nice. Ah. I think should I get a Kutum or should I get an Uber?
It's up to you. If you get a Nova, it's nice because then you can like stop being super strong straight away.
I feel like a Kutum is like overall nice stat, but like an Uber is way more,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
I went with
It's
Kutum
like
because I thought Kutum like is the better overall choice. But like I'd say Nuva, if you have a Nuva, then you can start to actually kill people, which is cool, you know.
yeah,
But
because like Nur helps you reach some those AAP brackets, especially
exactly,
after 269 something, that you get like
exactly,
bonus 80 damage. This is so good.
yeah, that is very true. But saying
It's
that,
like I
I
have to
still think
test something.
yeah,
Shit.
yeah, I also need to try to something. I'm just so scared. I need to grind some memory fragments first. I'll probably do like a Gahaz grind in the next few days, and get like maybe like 100 memory frags or something, just to like when I go for Tet.
Just do some enchanting, huh?
Yeah, like and I'll just like some safe enchanting. Try to go for Tet with like a safe Tet.
Yeah, that takes a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
How do people go for 10 though? Like, oh hey, that enchanting guy is like on right now.
Which enchanting guy is this?
You know the guy they call Stephen, the unknown Avenger.
Unknown Avenger.
Yeah, he always get like 1 or 2 pen a day.
Really? What? That's crazy.
Like, how the frick do he do that?
A hero, dude. Yeah. That's a fucking hero right there. Amazing.
Like he just sell off the item that he don't need, or like sell off the item that he thinks that he can into pen.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like it might sound impossible, but like that would be a nice amount of money to get,
Oh yeah.
especially when you get things to 10.
It's a pretty cool idea.
Just buy some random boss gear and get it to 10. So it.
You get an check out this guy runs, eh?
Wait, there's
Did
some.
you see that?
Oh, run.
You see how he
Yeah,
ran?
he ran. He ran.
He saw us and was
Yep,
like,
yep, yep,
"Get
yep,
the
yep.
fuck out!"
He,
I'm not dumb.
he's like fuck. You see the power of pretending to be OP and like having 3 people.
Yeah.
Wait, what if he calls his security?
Word. Get something stronger, man.
If we do ever fight someone,
Murder King is not big though.
Chatas, you must just try to do your big grab combo, like your long grab combo, and then we can just fucking full like ninja shit on that guy. That'd be the best way. Or maybe like
Yeah,
we can just try
if
and
you
do
land
it.
a grab on that guy, then we will shit on him.
Mm.
Just land a single grab. I think you can kill him. Strike OP.
Yeah. You don't even have to worry about your damage. Just make the CC last as long as possible, and then
Yeah, which is like an easy thing to do for striker.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I think they have the floating effect when they are in the striker grab.
Oh really?
So we are dealing like
What?
2.5 times damage to him.
That's crazy. I had no idea just like that.
Oh yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Where did that guy come from? Oh, I can actually kill a herd. Let's go. And I jumped.
Yeah, I'm jumping a lot right now. I'm like, I've been farming so much, I've been used to my FPS and everything being super smooth. Now that I'm recording, like, the delay keeps making me fucking jump because I'm trying to spacebar too early. So sad.
Are you using a capture card or like are you using a program?
Nah, just the program, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that would cause a lot of lag.
Yeah, sadly, yeah. I wish I had a capture card. Gosh, it's expensive.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive. I saw some people like using some HDMI splitter to split the video into another cheap video card.
That's a pretty cool idea.
That's like that's like a cheap capture card.
That's a pretty good idea, huh? What's you mean?
Oh, wrong skill. Wait,
Oh my god.
wait. What skill changed my to? Where are you? Where are you?
Come to us, come to
Where
us.
are you? I'll go save him. I'll go save him. Wait, what? There's a guy with you?
Yes, they gang bang me.
Oh, really? Coming, coming, coming?
Yeah,
Really? He's on the hill. He's on the hill.
20 of them gang bang me.
Oh, you lie.
Wait, do you know of the demand Manshaums? I thought there's a guy.
Oh, you mean the
Fuck.
fucking gorillas? Oh, oh
Oh my god.
man.
I thought those Burger King's guy. Come. Chat.
Yeah,
Let's
same.
come here.
What?
Well, you're not dead yet.
Because my Ano is strong, right?
Full duel, right? Full duel power. You escalate? I don't know. We killed that already.
Oh my god.
Where is the offering? It's
Soup.
my item drop rate is 20%.
You should invest in the note. Like it gives really nice drop for a while.
Note is only 10% drop rate, man.
Oh, that's
2 is a little amount number.
What's this for? Oh, you mean for the drop rate scroll?
I use the
Yeah.
drop rate move.
But the way that works though,
It's like it only applies a certain amount percent of times, not all the time.
it's hard to explain. So like every item has its own
100 drop rate move and more 20% and 2.5
Yeah, it's like,
and
but like it's not
item
more
drop
20%.
amount plus 50%.
I don't think it
Wow.
necessarily works exactly like that. So if you look at the table, or this guy fighting, no, okay. If you look at the table, like items have like different likelihood chances, but it doesn't mean that like if an item has plus 20%, then it's going to be like 20% of the time. It's just I don't know. It's hard to explain, but basically it's nice because it makes the rarer items. It scales on the rarer items more, right? That's why it's good because even though it does scale on the lower items as well, it's not like a real percentage of its drop value. It's like it's hard to explain because it's like it's not a flat thing because it's a percentage value, but it like the way it treats the loot and like difference to each other is like a flat buff. It's not a percentage, so that's why it's so nice because it makes all your really good items have like a. It's hard to explain, but it works better for the good items than it does for the bad items, and that's why it's good. Not like a normal percentage would, so like it's not a real percentage. It's hard to explain.
Oh, bro, it's hard to explain.
It's very hard to explain because it's like it's
Yeah.
not because they say 20% buff. You think, well, it's not a flat buff, but the way it ends up working, like, is a flat buff because it ends up affecting the ones with the lower chance more, just like a flat buff would, whereas a percentage wouldn't work like that. So like that's why it's good. I used to think the same
Oh, that
thing.
was a nice pull.
Yeah, that was much better. You got this one much better that time.
Wait, where do you? Oh, yeah. Back.
Yeah, then you gotta run back.
Say, I saw people like doing the F cancel on the shadow storm. How did you do that?
F cancel. Like
Yeah,
a
the
normal
the
kick.
the floor sweep and then shadow storm. Do you have to max
No.
the floor sweep?
No, I don't think that's. Oh yeah, yeah. Floor sweep. Yeah. So the floor sweep thing. I don't know if you have to max it, but maybe you do. But the floor sweep is the one I usually use the floor sweep because I think it gives you what, like plus AP or something, right?
Oh yeah, you do have to max it. Oh, okay.
Where's floor sweep? Where's this thing?
It, it gives a nice bonus down AP, but like it's just down AP though.
Is it only down?
The down take damage.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I think I'll probably just use it because it's better damage than the shuriken. So when I'm like grinding.
How about the normal kick though? That's like a float and then a knockdown.
Yeah, I don't think the normal kick is. I use the normal kick in that one combo that I do, but other than that, I don't use it. I never use the kick.
Like I sometimes do normal kick, shuriken, and floor sweep, then the shadow.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Like
that's cool.
it has an extra CC though, so bonus the extra CC at the end
Yeah, see, that's
for
the
the
thing.
5 second limit.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it because I think if you go like floor sweep and if you go kick into fox claw, like I never do those moves, but if you do them one after the other, it's like a special. So like I think fox claw does damage while they're floating or something, and then like the kick puts them into that thing. So like in one of my combos, I do that just because it's like a guaranteed way to get like an extra damage affix. Do you know what I mean? Like that extra, like the float
Oh yeah,
damage or whatever. Like it's
like but like how about like canceling fox claw with I think a ghost step? Like if you cancel fox claw right after the damage animation plays,
mhm.
when it still does damage, does it do the full damage?
I'm not sure about that. Let me see. I'm sure we can tell.
It's like when you cancel angle sweep, you know.
No, I think the animation stops here.
Yeah, that doesn't do any damage, but like when you cancel a skill, like right after it starts dealing damage, does it stop the rest of the damage from coming?
On certain skills, yeah. So like, I think it really
Oh
just depends.
fuck!
Yeah, I know it's lame. I got double CC as well.
When did that guy jump? Oh, wow, I'm almost on 1.2% now. That's a lot.
Nice, yeah.
I have 10%. I gain 10%.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Mm.
Well, yeah, for a level
But I
58.
afraid of when I level up and I don't have enough skill point to, you know, learning.
How much skill point do you have right now?
Now it's how much totally?
Yeah,
Yeah.
total.
Total is 9,939.
You can actually use the AFK training to get quite a lot until
Yeah, I was about to say the same
1,100.
thing.
Actually, it's only 3 skill point per hour,
Oh wait, really?
and it
Wait,
cost me a million.
does Striker has like a lower bonus than
Actually,
us?
I see when I ride on the desert fountain, I can improve my skill point really fast.
Yeah, Desert Bogans is
Yeah,
very
because
good.
like there's a lot of
Maybe desert fountain.
Yeah, I would recommend Desert Bogans and then
yeah,
just grind your XP there, and then if you use those 530 scrolls, you'll get loads of skill points. Do you know what I mean? Like you won't even have to try.
yeah. Use it with the challenge buff too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And it burning. You get skill point in no time.
yeah. So like the best way to do is like if you want to scale use your daily buff. If you have any like scrolls or books, use all of those. Then do your 531 and the minion energy buff if you want to go even crazy. But maybe that's a bad idea because you want to save your energy for other things.
What? What is wrong with this guy?
The shaman will
Kinda-
won't come, so
I
the
see
shaman's really
some
bad.
guy right in the middle mob ruins.
Which rooms?
A lot of yes middle mob ruins.
Oh, Merrimack, yeah.
There's a big tree in there, like a dim tree, but it's bigger.
It just scales his
Big
extra skill
tree.
points.
Is that miracle because of it?
Yeah, sometimes I I have to kill Ronin in the dark rift, so
Oh,
uh,
the area
I
near
go
the.
up there and I see some
Oh, I know what
puppy.
you mean.
Yeah,
That
the
big
area near
skeleton.
Ronin.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
big tree.
Ronan. Yeah, it's Ronan. You're right. He's quite hard, right?
Yeah,
He's quite hard to fight.
yeah, my,
That guy runs around all the time.
Yeah, he's very difficult to fight. He can like fucking one shot my
Yeah,
ass.
he's annoying.
Yeah.
can you ever ride in that area before?
Nah, I've never grounded there.
No, yeah, rotation food buff. Oh, wait, I have no food. Other food to rotate to. Fuck. Did you make any simple cornmeal chatas?
What for meal? Oh yeah, I am.
The simple
I
cornmeal
prepare to make, but
preparing?
the first I need to sell all of my balanos for the money.
Oh yeah. How many do you have left?
What?
How many do you have left? Bananas meal?
For you know, 4,000.
500?
No,
4,000?
not 500.
Oh shit! You make
Oh,
Balanos
10,000.
meals for money. That's cool. Very nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I'm a master chef, man.
That's cool, and I like it.
I'm a
Yeah,
master
he
one
even
at
bought
the cooking.
he even bought the cooking outfit.
That's cool, dude. I like it. That's very cool.
Yeah, I like cooking.
Nice. That's cool.
Uh,
Maybe put some
In real
food
life
into
too,
the
apparently.
guild bank, and then I'll have some free food. Thank you. I'd really like that.
I have 4,000 left balanos on the
Oh,
market.
you have 4,000 left.
That's nice. Yeah. Big money right there.
I don't understand. Maybe I'm a
He
very lucky
refused to lower
person.
the price.
That's good, dude.
Decide to make anyway. I make it. A lot of people sell balanos on the market, and I had to reduce my price for this because
Ow.
they they sell it
What is that?
really cheap. I don't understand.
People want to make quick money, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, they just only want money. To make a balado it costs a lot of time.
They don't care, yeah, that's lame. They'll just waste your time, I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, you still sell them in the end. Like when people have nothing left to buy, they just have to buy those.
Actually, it's not. It's cost. It takes you a time. It takes a time for you to finding the material, the ingredient, right?
Oh, ow, 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 V.
Yeah.
What
It takes
happened?
a
Wait,
lot
who
of time
bursted
to
me?
make the ingredient, like drying milk to make a cheese and gathering of meat.
That sounds like it takes a long time.
Yes, a long time.
I think he bought about like 90 mil worth of meat
I only
out of
can
CM one time.
gather with my full energy. I can gather
Wait,
almost
is there someone up there?
1,000
Someone just moved the
meat.
mobs up there.
Yeah, yeah, someone just went up there.
Man, I wish we have this much synergy in Node Wars. Well, ships, ships tomorrow though. Maybe even later today.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. and I can actually help with the fucking quests. Finally.
Oh yeah, your contract is like re-renewed, right?
Yeah, thank God.
Finally, finally.
So much money I lost
That's
out
what's-
on, dude. It's crazy. I lost out on
It's
so
so
much money. Fuck.
Yeah, you get paid like 3 meals or 5 meal a day, huh?
Yeah, 3 mil a day is like the lowest. So I
It's
lost
not like the
like
standard officer
yeah, it's standard
thingy.
officer amount. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm still happy with my 20,000 silver a day.
I'm sure yours should be 3 mil now, right?
Nah, I'm fine with everything.
I'm sure yours will be.
It's just digging. Yeah, it's like just digging 2,000 blocks a day and chop about 2,000 trees. Yeah, that Chatas dude like literally
cook
he
right
asked
now.
for 1,000 rock quest and he made me do it on my own. He's like, wait, I'm enchanting you duo.
That's funny as fuck.
Bastard. Duo is free though. The hard part is like try and then
Yeah, I'm so scared to go for Ted, yo. I'm so fucking scared. Like, I
So
want the
how
power,
many
but
fill stacks do you think is enough for Ted? About 60 or
yeah,
more?
yeah, I get to 60 and then you can start Ted. That's fine.
It's like 60 is like when people rotate for Ted though. It's like the Ted rotation.
No.
Yeah,
Not
I'll
not Ted
probably
enchanting.
yeah. So when I'll probably go to get to 60 and then I'll start the way around. That's when I'll start it. Probably like start Kazaka, then Kudum, and then lastly go Dandy.
Do you have any vlogs left?
I need logs.
I think they're giving out vlogs cry in the previous event, so you should have some vlogs cry.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
like 310.
The hell's going
Yeah,
on?
right here has faster speed than Desert Foreign, but you know, it's
Oh wow.
lower skill point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like for EXP and drop. Well, not really, because like Falcon gives nice drop too, but like it's just too heavy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
the damage on F is not that bad, really.
On what?
But like, it's not the CC and it's kind of slow.
What is this?
Wait, who's here? Who's this? Who's this? Run, dude, run! Run before we kick your ass. Hello.
No, it's fine. Just
Kill
one.
them!
Don't.
Kill
No,
him!
don't fight him. Don't fight him. Don't fight him.
What? Why?
Are you actually trying to kill him?
Red.
Oh my word. Did he red?
I love you.
He red.
Oh boy.
The weakest guy come in and then he red.
Oh
What?
my
See
word.
It's
the
fun,
power
man.
of pretending to be OP.
I want to try my new year.
The new duo.
I mean, you
You can try
can.
that on
People who are here are not going to be weak. Do you know what I mean? People here will be fucking strong. Like I think my gear is probably a little too low for this area. Like I shouldn't be here. So people will be much stronger than me.
You're kind of like DP orientated gear now.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's why I can come in fine because I have so much TP. But
In Vietnam, we have a was 351. If they don't fly, we can break his head, his leg.
jeez.
But well, yeah, that's what you get for translating idioms in not language. That never works.
Very true. Very true.
What's the equivalent?
Actually, I think Google cannot change translate this to
Hmm.
English.
There are many
If
things like that.
it's like for some reason Google Translate works quite well for some certain language though.
Yeah, some languages, but
Like
not all.
not European language, but like for Eastern language, like mostly Chinese and yeah, Chinese and Japanese works like surprisingly well.
Yeah,
Even grammar.
that's interesting.
Chinese is the big city, man.
Ow.
big country. Sorry.
Yeah.
But like Koreans still work like shit though. Should I pull the mob on the left? Yeah, I try to pull the mob on the left.
Cool.
Come here, little dudes. Wait, they're not coming here. They are. Yeah, yeah. No, they are.
Yeah, they slowly come.
They kind of slow. Well, fuck this guy. Yeah. Let's not pull them anymore. Wait, I'm stuck.
Oh man.
Wait, wait, what am I stuck on?
Oh,
The
sorry,
tree
yeah,
root.
because of this so many fucking mosquitoes, yo. Man, I'm getting fucking shot. I realized the whole fucking window was like wide open behind me. Fucking child alive. Fucking mosquitoes everywhere, man. Yo, after the rain today, there's so many.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
Okay.
I got the note investment in here.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Maybe I will get a upgrade.
Keep dreaming.
Mm.
Well, it's nice to have a dream though.
No one touched your dream.
Wait, this lot is empty? What? What is that?
Right? No one touched your dream.
Wait, do you even get the notification of like this slot is empty? Oh, wait, I jump.
No. Maybe it's like a UI slot that you have that doesn't have a spell in it.
No, it's like there's every single button on my screen right now. The quick slot has a function, so I don't think that's the case. Wait, I'm stuck on you. Wait, did someone kill this guy?
That's probably me.
Yeah, there's only 3 guys here.
What the fuck? Whoa, what the fuck? This is so bugged on my screen. Yo, what?
What?
The NPCs are like floating in the air. But like all 3 of them in the same
Oh.
position. That was so weird. It's like they were stunned in the
So-
air.
Sometimes the oh yeah, if you
Hmm? Yo, sorry, I am breaking up really badly. What the fuck?
oh yeah, if you like use some slip and skill while some mobs are in the air, even bosses, sometimes that happens.
Fair enough. Oh, sorry, yo. I'm having some major internet problems
Ow.
here.
Ow.
Oh, Jesus, these mosquitoes are so bad. What the hell?
I go to death again now. Oh, feels bad.
Right.
What?
Oh, Lemuria shoes. What are those?
It's like 3 mil.
Like people use that?
Yeah, some people. I think people who don't like, you know,
Ooh, I got a spirit stone.
yeah, those guardian spirit stones aren't that easy to sell. Unfortunately, people don't really want them.
I think we should go for the old rotation. Or like this and then go for the guys in the big camp.
Yeah, the big camp, yeah. Mosquitoes. Fuck, you know.
Oh yeah, but it's mosquito season.
Yeah. Just like a million into my fucking room. Without realizing.
It just rains, so it's the rainy season.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
That's the problem.
Maybe
That
I
fucking
have
fucking thing.
that. Maybe I'm out of data, man.
Hmm?
What?
Out of data.
What time?
Bath time.
What?
Yeah, data. So yeah,
Oh,
sounds
you're
like I'm out. I'm out.
data?
I'm
Data.
totally out of data.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Don't
Fuck!
you're out of
Someone
be
data.
save me!
Oh shit, I get
Oh
you.
shit, save him, save him, save
Maybe
him.
I will use my last
Oh wait, he's
data.
disconnected. Oh shit, oh
Go
shit, oh
to
shit.
our wisdom tree. Okay, have a nice riding.
Why is he
You
running?
wanna go back?
Is he okay?
I will go back
Okay.
for the
Yeah, he's gonna go back.
for my safe.
Yo, so you ran out of data, that's so
Yeah.
hectic. Unlucky.
Yeah, with that internet connection, you're hopeless.
Hmm. Oh, well, good grind, man.
Wait, what? I dashed into to that big guy CC. Oh fuck.
Testing.
Oh, the exit lagger.
I'm so far with this internet. Fuck FPT.
Oh,
Wait, where? Oh, yeah, this way.
Maybe I should piece on the FPT officer.
should do what to him?
Piece.
Peep.
P P have to P.
Oh, okay.
You know.
P.
FTP,
Yeah,
yeah?
have to P on the FPT officer. I don't P on any officer since high school. You remember high school so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I P on our high school.
Oh yeah, you peed on a school ground the last day.
Actually in
Yeah, he
the
literally smoked a
yeah
he smoked a
in the
big
stand
joint and then he pissed everywhere.
in the stand before the the principal room.
Oh yeah, right before the principal room too. Fuck.
Yeah, it smell good. I
Fuck
eat.
you, dude. You did
Oh,
you smoked weed right in front of the principal room, and then you pissed there.
oh, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, it's evening and no one see me. Wow,
Yeah, it's like 7 p.m. We are having like what was that? Like a goodbye festival? Like we just like literally took 10 guys, skipped that festival, and just go straight to some internet cafe to play League of Legends.
Fuck yeah. That's how you do
And
your
then
last
that
day.
guy pissed on the principal room. Damn, it was truly a night to remember.
Oh, maybe my internet is okay again. I guess.
Yeah, can you log into that exit lag program now?
I just uninstall it.
Oh wait,
So,
what really?
yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, wait. Did I just do the double
Hmm?
animation? Wait, what? That looks strange. It's like poop, poop.
Oh, that increased drop rate even in progress. Right. Cool.
Oh wow, Q is really nice damage. I should use it. Use it.
Yeah, the Q is nice.
And it's not even maxed. It's like on the second skill slot. Maybe because of the buff.
Who is Pancrazio?
Oh, voodoo doll. Like, how long have we been grinding? It's like my inventory is like not half full yet.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
This
been
feels
grinding
so
for like an hour now.
Oh yeah, more than an hour. My buff is like finally gone.
Yeah, almost. My buff still has 10 minutes. I used it a little late. But not much. So I'd say, yeah, we've been just over an hour.
Do you know how to exchange worker?
Exchange worker?
Like I can move my worker
Oh
from
yeah.
old
That
wisdom
that
tree to handle
that's
or
not how it
something.
works, you know. It's like exchange worker is like just a word for you want to buy another worker that another dude don't want.
You can't
It's like
So
buying another.
you can't
I
move them.
cannot
No, you have to
Yeah,
connect the
you cannot
nodes.
move them.
connect the
Like
connect the node.
Yeah.
like he randomly got a artisan papu on, when he
Yeah,
came to
but
the
when I
Wisdom
connect the
Tree.
node, I afraid of when I do the, you know, when I
Do the work. Yeah, everything's going back to Grana,
yes my yeah that's
and
why.
the distance would be
Oh
too
wait, my
great
pets.
from anything you.
Hold on.
Oh, a black stone.
Yeah, my work will my worker will put the material to the old wisdom tree. My goose is gonna it's not gonna go to be the handle. Just my main city
Oh
is
wait, what?
handle
That's
now.
a stun.
You understand, right?
Sort of.
Kinda.
I wasn't really listening. Oh well, I have no fucking energy.
So yeah, we're back to the handle and make some process.
Wait. What? Oh, skill cooldown. Fuck. How many Manshaums have I got? I got like 7.
Hmm?
No, no, I'm just counting my Mansion dolls, totems.
Yeah, I feel like I've been a little unlucky with my totems today, this hour. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I got 2 totems, but I didn't get any. 'Cause, like, I
Maybe the loot is like split between 3 people, so there's less.
Maybe, I don't know if it works like that, but maybe.
It's like there's only a fixed amount of loot. Wait, did I go the wrong way? Oh shit. Yeah, I did go the wrong way.
Oh, nice.
Big guy. Wait, what? He knocked me down.
Hmm.
Oh shit!
Wait, that's not you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
V.
Nice. Let him die.
Where are you? Oh, there
That's
you
still
are.
here.
Sorry, I didn't know where you were.
Yeah, it's fine. Let's go alive. That was a close one. Yeah, that
Not
big
even
one knocked me
just
down
man,
and I
you
was
have
almost dead.
Yeah, these things can
you
be
have one
scary, dude.
entry.
I
That's
always
why.
seems to get another cornerstone after I press V.
Oh, imagine that's the thing, yo. Yo,
It's
that'd
like
be
being
so
on the verge
cool.
of death. Yeah.
Hey Eddie,
Yeah?
how do you get a cool tool?
How did I get good at
You
I use I use those, I think it was Shikatsu, I think I had to use. Yeah, I think I used my Shikatsu for that, eh?
No, you use your Shakatu for that?
I think so. This was before I really, like, understood,
Yeah,
how
30, 30.
really? Ooh, what the fuck did I just get? Ooh. Ooh.
What did you get?
Oh my god, I have a great morning. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking have a baby. I'm gonna have a fucking baby.
Oh.
Let's fucking go,
Oh.
dude. I got a
Oh.
Manshaum Marnie Stone, baby.
wait, what do you have?
Wait, pick on it.
This thing is sick. So it's yo, I have one of these for Fogans. I've just never finished it because I
Holy
started.
shit,
Dude,
this thing.
I'm so hyped. I can't believe I
Jesus.
got one.
Oh,
That's so
Is
hyped.
this really rare?
Super rare.
yeah,
Super rare.
rare.
It's like a mega
Oh.
mega Marnie Stone. It's like a super
So
super Marnie Stone.
you can get it on the money.
Yeah, you can't buy it.
No,
Yeah.
you cannot buy it.
Okay.
And like, you can exchange it again and again.
Yeah, it's forever. Now that you have it forever.
Oh, so you can have your XP forever.
Yeah, exactly.
They increase the
Oh.
XP forever.
Yeah.
Can you
Like,
sell it
but like,
for the money on the market?
Not on the market, no.
Oh, but it's still good, right?
Yes,
yeah, it's
super
super
good.
rare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I'm super happy. Thank you.
Like, how much XP did it?
That's the thing. I don't know.
Start getting?
I don't know. I'm hoping like, yo, it better give me a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it
60,000
better
is a
be. Like,
lot.
that's the 60,000 fucking more.
Yeah, and like not only 60,000, but it's like you can't even buy this thing. So that should be extra, right? Because you gotta get it first.
Yeah.
And it's so rare. You'd think so. I just got
Yeah, but
the slot is empty. I just got that thing that you said. The slot is empty. Same thing just happened to me. Huh. I wonder what that is.
I don't know about you, but like, I'm getting a lot of coverstone on this grinder. A lot of coverstone.
Yeah, usually I do. I haven't been so lucky this time. I only have 4 cappers so far. Sometimes, yeah, you get so many capper stones, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, 60,000 martial enemy.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Nice
because
insane.
60,000
amount
of
of
this dude.
number.
So, let's see.
And you will
We
get
need a...
XP from that, right?
Yeah, I should get like a shit
Yeah,
ton.
of course.
Maybe you can get the level
62,
63.
62 for the win. You're gonna grind here anyway, so...
Exactly, right? So now it's like so perfect.
This is like a made
But
in
how
heaven.
about when you have another?
Wait, is there another dude here? Wait, I just saw a dude.
Yeah, so another dude, he just ran away though. What do you mean
Maybe
if I
he
get
just ran
another
by.
one? Like if I get 2?
Yeah, Yeah,
It doesn't
get
stack
two.
though.
It's probably
So
oh the poacher.
it is-
Poacher.
Yeah, you get him.
It is stack
Where's the
it
poacher?
is
Where's the
stack
poacher?
together, right?
I don't know if they'll stack. Oh, it's over here. It's over here.
Enemy.
This right here.
How you know?
They is stack together.
I look and see
Oh,
on
yeah.
my map because of my pets. I have dogs, so the dogs give me tracking. I think it's the dogs. Dogs or cats? No, I only
Wait,
have
why
dogs.
is it still? Am I just quick? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a box now.
Yeah, I don't want to attack it. I don't want to take any chances of stealing it. Sometimes if the box starts bouncing around, then that's fucking annoying. It gets super tank. You just gotta keep going. I'm with
What's
you.
with this? Oh, Vata relic fragment.
Yeah, you got it. Nice. So like sometimes
Yeah.
you get crazy shit. Sometimes you don't get that much crazy shit.
Quite nice. It's like I've seen the poacher squid quite a lot of time, and I thought this was like a random mob though, so I just let it by. Now I regret it so much.
So like on your map, can
Like
you
the-
see the enemies on your map? Can you see the red dots on your map, right?
Yeah.
So whenever you hear a poacher, whenever you see that, you look on your map. Any of those events, they have like a special symbol. It's like it's still red, but it's bigger and it has like I don't know. It's like bigger
star
with a
shape,
little
right?
kind of like a star, kind of yeah, kind of like a star, but like
Yeah.
a star with lots of points. And
Yeah.
like all the ones, all same with Fogan, same with Shira ruins, everything. It's has the same icon. Cause like that shit's hard to see, so I don't even try. I just look on my map and find it that way.
I have increased vision, but like I didn't even use it much. I don't even use it much.
Got the
Oh wait, he took this like.
yeah, you
Oh
did,
yeah, that guy. He took the.
motherfucker.
Oh my god. A Kutu duo
Oh,
Kutu
fuck.
on the market.
Go for it, dude.
700
How much?
700 million. I
Do you
need
have
to
enough?
sell my Balenos right now. Fuck. No.
Should have
Like
kept
the thing
grinding,
with
bro.
Balenos, like people with guild don't even need Balenos anymore though.
Isn't Balanos for like fishing? Isn't that what Balanos is for?
It's like fishing, gathering, and movement speed.
Yeah.
Maybe
Right.
I will
Plus
change
two.
the code. Maybe I
But the thing is, it's like it doesn't give you
Simple crunch.
like isn't it like the Balanos buff isn't it doesn't give you +2 fishing, but it gives you like fishing speed, right? It's like it's a different kind of buff, right?
It's still same.
It's still the
Oh
same.
wait, I see that guy.
Yeah, hey, bro.
You want to kill him?
No, if it will be nice. We'll see if he
Wanna try?
speaks.
Simple
If
crunch.
he tries to attack us, if he doesn't say anything, start cycling your invulnerability just in case. Seems like he might be talking. Okay, he's gonna run. If he comes back, we've given him fair warning. I'm just gonna check he doesn't go steal our shit. Yeah, just watching him.
On the side.
Hi guys, maybe I will go to sleep right now. So goodbye.
Good night, man.
Yeah. A little exhausted. Oh, Tally here, man. He's training. Oh, Tally is here. Maybe he's AFK.
Okay.
Oh, he's a nice man.
Yeah.
He's a nice dude.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't want to
Where
have
did
to
you-
fight again. I'm just going to the big one now. I don't know. Maybe this is like splitting up a grind spot, but I don't know. Like I really want this camp, so I'm willing to fight people over this camp. You know what I mean? Like even if it's not ours to
Yeah,
take
fine,
from our spot, like that's fine. I'll fight people for it. Like I want this. I want
Dude,
this
I
camp.
fight people over rocks and trees.
Oh man.
You know how hard it is, like in the desert, waiting for those like freaking stones.
Okay, let's let him have that one. Let's give him the time. He can have those down there.
Yeah, he can have the time of his life.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight him over those.
Yes, sir. I'm out. Yeah, you are. You are.
can't cancel the animation of Severant.
Nah, you can't, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it's just very unfortunate. It's kind of nice that like you can use Shuriken to cancel everything, almost everything.
Yeah. Ay.
I really want that. Oh, there's like a blockade there, so that's why they don't argo.
Ay.
Holy moly. Artisan farmers worker. Yeah.
Nice.
It's in Granada. What are you going to do with it?
I just contract worker immediately. It's an artisan.
Again?
No, the first time.
Oh, I thought you got
First time
artisan
I had
again. That's like
artisan.
way too much luck.
So lucky.
Like those one are kind of good. But, yeah, the fathers. Wait, I'm lasting 3 from. Oh, out of. Is it just me or like does Ninja runs out of like energy really fast?
It does, yeah, but we just need to be mindful of using our brace and stuff.
Like, yeah.
Plus, if you throw in a seamless every now and then, it gives you some energy back. I usually think it's a pretty good thing to do.
Yeah, it does, but like when you miss skills, like there's no way aside from brace to recover.
Exactly. Yeah. I've started taking energy potions for that situation. So like, I don't use the energy potions, but if I'm ever in that situation where my brace is down and I have no energy, I can just use
Just
it
in
then.
case, right?
Yeah, just in case.
Like, I don't even use brace for the heal.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
small, it's like kind of negligible.
Yeah, exactly. When the heal is nothing, but the energy is like everything. It's so good.
Oh,
So I've got a friend request here. Let me just check it. Alright, okay. Oh, fuck you, little fucking man.
oh, he ran. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Immune? A more freaking immune my grab, what? Feels bad. Oh
Feels
my
bad,
god.
man. Where the fuck's your friend when you go? Oh, there you go. Accept. Okay. So. Yeah, I'm so hyped about this mining stone. You know, fuck, man. I can't believe I actually got on. Really should.
How much have you got to right now?
Like 115.
Ooh, that's a long way.
Long
Really
way.
long way.
Yeah. I got my Fergans one to like 13,000, so that was pretty cool. But never gonna.
Like, this is like 60,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, this will take a couple of days.
At least, yeah. Fuck.
At least a couple of days.
Couple long days, like long
It
days.
better give you. It better give you like 50% of your XP or something.
Fuck yeah, like I think as long as it gives me like at least a couple of percent, you know, like at least 2 or 3, at least, you know. Fuck, dude, any less than
2 or 3 is like too little.
I agree, but I'm worried it's not even gonna give me that much. It's like, what happens if I go hand this thing in and it's like, oh, like 0.8, 1%, and I'm like, well, fuck, dude, who cares? Like,
That's that's like the biggest throw ever.
exactly, right? I mean, I would just sell it. I would sell it for the 2 million that you get from the vendor if that happened.
Yeah, the
I'd be like,
the vendors.
the 2 mil is more worth.
It's not
You
even
know what I
worth
mean?
it.
Like, yeah. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
It's like you would have got like 15% by the time you finish that stone.
Yeah, exactly.
So how many? How much XP are you on right now?
I'm on 0.6. Fucking died too many
0.6.
times. Yeah,
Wait, did you die or something?
yeah, I died a few times. I died a lot from
Oh
like
shit.
lag or fucking like random shit.
Oh, stun. Yeah, cleared one. Oh yeah, you cleared two.
I remember when I first got to 61, I like used that time. It's like I didn't have any gems, so there was like no real problem with me dying. And I used that time to like go and try and see which like mobs I could like grind, and so like I would try to do like really hard shit that like I knew I couldn't do, and like I would just die a lot, and like it didn't really matter. So
Yeah, that's like me on level 56 when I first get here on Calfio. I tried farming the chocobos, you know,
oh, yeah.
the birds,
Oof.
arenas.
Yeah, that must have been tough.
Oh yeah, they fucking pecked me to death.
I'm sure.
It's like I was like, what the frick are these birds? It's like they still kind of hurt now, but
Yeah,
like
they do.
not as much.
Those birds are tough, man. Those birds aren't
Oh,
fun playing games.
but yeah, have you ever been able to kill a griffon there, like a king griffon?
Yeah, I think so. Like the
Yeah,
boss.
the big boss griffon. Yeah, the boss griffon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Not the doctor boss, like the normal boss griffon.
Oh, the normal. Maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that thing hurts even more than a doctor griffon.
Maybe I haven't then. I probably, if I had fought something like that, I probably wouldn't have risked it. I probably would have ran away, just in case.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it has a star symbol, you know, the field mama monsters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the babies and the normal ones are okay, but the big one, you know, is that the King Griffon, like the model, the Queen Griffon? It's just like one shot me, almost one shot.
Yo, that's it.
Wait, where are we going now?
The
Oh,
big
wait,
one.
that one?
Yeah, straight to the big one.
That one?
Yeah, we're not going fast enough to get that one as well. We may as well just go straight here.
How many enemies can Shuriken hit?
Only one, I think.
Just one, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just one. So like for AOE, it's not really that good. But single target, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. I think I should focus on. I just think I should focus on getting my second Rabam skill first, or should I max blade spin first?
That is a tough. I'd say maybe focus on getting your rabbit, just because then you can like learn how to use it,
Tomorrow.
and it's like you'll just get into the habit of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like then you can start playing. Like you can start practicing for what your game will be like forever. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So I find finding a good place to use that rabbit skill is not that easy. It's kind of a weird,
Mostly
chunky
TNT, so.
animation, but it's very important to use.
Oh yeah, it doesn't change your stance, right?
No, it does. You can use it. Yeah, you can use it out of awakening.
Oh no, I mean the second Rabam skill. Does it change your stance?
Oh, you mean the invisible one? No, yeah, you stay in your stance if you do that. But then you need to get the skill that allows you to go invisible whilst in awakening.
What kind of ninja wouldn't get that?
Yeah, of course, right. You need to get that. But yeah, it's
Invisible
cool.
Man. It's like the car play.
But I will often forget though, because I think if you don't have that skill, like it changes you out. So like I'll often forget about that, and I'll think I'm in non-awakening when I'm still in awake. Happens to me all the time. Like I'll do the wrong grab, so I'll do awakening grab instead, and then my combo is just wrong because I'm so confused and I don't realize.
It doesn't count towards the CC cap though, so
It's more just because I'm trying to
like
my mind isn't like I'm not ready for it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to do the wrong half of the combo when I'm in the wrong form, and I just mess the whole thing up.
I think you just do your normal combo and then you know the part where you C WC forward and then separate.
Yeah, sure.
You just use the shift, left click, and then grab him.
Yeah, sure. That is a
Might as well, right?
yeah,
If you have grab, then might as well use it.
100%.
Voice. Oh shit! I always like ghost F. Shit. Oh, feels bad. Ah. Oh, again? Really? Man, I'm bad. That guy CC'd me. This is like desync. Getting pretty tired, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sick, so I'll probably get a bit of nerdy now tonight, try to get some rest.
Yeah, it's like running in circles and circles again. It's bound to be tiring.
That is also true.
It will be a long way for that 60,000.
Tell me about it.
I see some people taking that ninja step skill. Is it useful?
Ninja step? Which one?
Yeah, the normal double. Yeah, the row. You know, the normal row. Yeah, that.
This? The normal? Oh, you
Yeah,
mean?
that.
Oh yeah, no ninja
This like
evasion. No, that's locked for me. Mine's locked. I don't upgrade that. It's unprotected, so
it's
there's
like
no point.
the animation is so long and you're not even in iframe or something.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not even an iframe, so I don't know why it exists. Like, yeah, no, you must lock that in your skill, so you can't do that because there's some inputs where you'll do that by accident, so you want to turn that off. You can just lock it in your skills, so you can't do it.
Can you just not get it?
No, you have. The thing is, it gives
I
you the
should have.
first one for free, right? That's the problem. That's why you have to lock it.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. I'm going to log in now.
yeah,
I always look at that by mistakes.
yeah, exactly. I also used to do it by mistake a lot of the time, so I just lock it, and that's not a problem anymore.
Like it's not. What's even the use for that skill?
There is literally no use for it. Like it's pointless. With all our other evasion spells, I can't see a reason for it existing. So
It's not, and the point is, that's not even an evasion spell.
yeah, maybe like before ninjas had awakening, maybe then there was a point. Maybe you would use it as part of your
No.
movement rotation. I don't know. Maybe, but now there's definitely no fucking point. Now that we have an
This is so
awakening
long
dash.
though. It's like if you can grab while doing the animation,
Yeah, exactly. Then you fucked. Totally fucked.
that is just like pointless.
You don't even need to be ground. I mean, you can just be CC'd by anything. Like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
how do you go in and grab people? It's like
It's quite hard. I would lie. Usually I'll only try if I'm invisible. But if I get like a lucky stiff, then like from
probably
range.
I'm kind of losing it right now.
Hmm?
It's kind of Discord kind of stuttered for a bit there.
I'm probably lagging a
Well,
little bit. Yeah, I'll usually only try to grab someone. Either I'm
like
invisible. It's hard, but like, there's also like a trick to learning. So like if you're standing there, right? So now I know,
yeah,
right? So I don't move. I know like when I'm PvPing someone, like you actually learn the range of your things. So I can do something like this, right? So I'll go step once, ninja step, and then go step again. Ah fuck, and then grab like that.
oh yeah,
See
yeah,
like
that's just enough range.
yeah, so like
Yeah,
you gotta learn that that is the range, right? So like when someone else is looking at you from here, they'll think you can't do anything, but now you know that you can do that. Boom. You know what I mean?
just enough range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
perfect. So
So,
you just gotta learn that. You'll eventually learn the range and like
so learn the range of your skills.
yeah. Even like yeah, you can do it like even just simply like fucking go step into grab. It's very risky obviously to do that. Like very, very risky. Because anyone, if they're using any move that'll CC like in an area, then you're not protected. So it's really risky. I'd say a better way of doing that, especially because like people can obviously move whilst you're doing that, so it makes it much difficult. Is you just get close and then instant block jump, and then you just look at them, because like people,
Oh,
because people who like know how to
they would
counter
not expect you to do so.
exactly right. That's the thing. So like not only are they probably going to use one of their big moves because they think you're engaging, it also then allows you, because they are going to do that, right? Then they're not going to be moving, so you can instantly cancel your block jump onto them and then go for the, excuse me, the grab. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people who understand how block jump works, like if you ever fight Sonic, you'll see it's almost impossible to get I call that like a raw block jump. Like unless you're actually doing something with the block jump, it's just not gonna, you'll never catch him, because he knows that if all he has to do is either keep moving erratically, because it's very hard to like get the lock, or and whilst doing that, just move away from the block, and then we'll be out of the range. So he understands that, right? So, and a lot of
Yeah.
people do. A lot of people understand how block jump works. So the best, like I find it's often a good way to just to use it to avoid a spell, or if you are going to try and engage with it, do it immediately, or do it as the person's doing a spell, because if you don't, then the person's going to move, and then you're just going to you're going to fail it, and then you're going to be like, you're going to think it's going to work, and then you're going to go out and you're going to push grab, and your guy's just going to stand there grabbing nothing.
And you're just gonna stand there, right?
Exactly, yeah. So that's the problem.
It's like, yeah, the grab delay after grabbing is like, if you can't grab it, you just stand there like an idiot.
Yep, feels sad, man. Like
It's
that's
so
the problem.
sad.
So yeah, I find using block jump in like an interesting way is usually better. Like using it to do something. I'll often also just use it like if I'm getting comboed. I think it's a really good thing to do if they let you, like the second they let you out of your combo, because a lot of people won't do their combos perfectly, right? So they'll often have their big move at the end, and like if you can just block jump, you'll often dodge their last big move, because most people won't do their combos 100% most of the time. So like it's really good against that. Very important to try to do that every time.
It's like I still don't get the range of block jump though. Sometimes like I just block jump in my space, like in place,
What do you mean?
even though I'm quite close to them. Like do it's like you hold if you hold W when facing someone in block jump, you jump behind them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So sometimes when I do that, I just like stand in place.
Yeah, it's a
It's
bit
like
of a.
is the range not enough or something?
If your thing goes red, then that's how you know, right? If it's red, then you're in range. If it doesn't go red, then you're not in range.
Oh, already? That
Yeah,
bad?
yeah. Your icon.
There's a color for that?
Yeah. Your like the thing in the middle of your screen. Your like you know what I mean? The crosshair, right? That will go red if you can block jump to them or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, but you got to be quick. So like it's weird because sometimes like if it goes red, we'll then push W because because our reaction time is a little too slow, then by the time we push W, it's not red anymore. That happens to me all the time, and like it often feels like it's like, oh, I feel so bad, like the game isn't working properly. But then like when I do it right, it feels very different. So it's like, oh, what the fuck?
So how to get a feel for it.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just got to. What the fuck? One second. One second.
Yep, sure. I can handle this.
Cool.
Don't jump, you piece of shit.
What the fuck? Hold on. Sorry, I just light on me.
Alright.
What the fuck?
It's
So
like
what?
glowing blood.
Hmm?
Sorry, mate.
So
No, it looked like there was like
Wait,
someone
wait.
pointing a green glow light on the floor. But it was just, yeah, I know. So I was like, what the fuck? But it was just a bug with like a glowing butt. But it wasn't a glowworm. I
What?
know. I was like, what the fuck? Kind of, yeah. Hey man, how's it going? I'm back. Um, yeah, like a firefly. You
Was
guys
there a
like,
bug or something?
yeah, it was like a weird bug. I saw this light, right? And when I thought it was happening, was it looked like one of those laser pointers. You know what I mean? Like those laser.
The freezers?
Yeah, it was like kids fucking buy or whatever. Right? And then it looked like someone was pointing that on my floor. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm looking at my window. Like is someone pointing the shit in my house? Like what the fuck? And then
That's creepy.
I know, right? I was very creeped out. That's why I had to like stop for a moment. I was like, whoa, I gotta check this out. Like, what's going on? Like, holy shit!
Yeah,
I had
that
to
shit
stop
is
playing the game.
creepy, man.
Yeah, I know, dude. So then I go and check this thing because like it's moving and it disappears and comes back and I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? So I go and check it out. Hmm?
So, have a good day.
All right, man. Have a good day. Good night.
Oh, yeah. Tyron? Yeah, good day.
Good night, bro. And anyway, so yeah, I go check this thing out, and it's just like it's like a bug that's like dying on the floor or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's
Oh my
got,
God.
but like it had this like this super bright thing on the back of its thing, but like it wasn't big. It was really small. It was really weird, man. I've never seen a
Oh,
bug
that's a
like that.
firefly, right?
I don't
Or
think
like
I don't.
a default firefly.
Yeah, it must be like some weird kind of firefly because I've never seen a firefly
But like
that
we
looked
don't
like
even
that.
have firefly in Hanoi
That's
anymore.
what I was thinking, right?
They've gone extinct here.
That's what I don't think I've ever seen one in Hanoi before. And like fuck, but it was definitely glowing. I don't know if it was a firefly, but this thing was definitely glowing. Like it was a bright light. Like I really thought it was a laser pointer for a long time. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, no firefly would even have red, light.
Yeah,
The chemicals reaction don't even allow for that, so
yeah, that was very weird, man.
shit, that's weird. What kind of bug was it? Oh,
It's like a little bug.
jeez.
I've never seen a bug
Okay.
like it. Just like a normal fucking small little bug that flies around.
Does it look like a ladybug or like a fly or something?
No, I'd say it looks more like I want to imagine like maybe like a really small cockroach that could fly, kind of
Oh,
more like that.
yeah, we have those, but none that lights up.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait.
poacher.
Oh, poacher.
Yeah, you see it
Oh,
though.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah,
You
yeah,
check it now. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, you can loot the poacher.
No,
Wait,
it's
wait,
okay.
wait, wait, where's
I
the
think
box?
only one person gets it.
Wait, where's the
The box can move, eh?
what?
The box can get thinged by your black spirit, and it can move.
It just bounced
Yeah,
somewhere here.
it'll
I
bounce
just saw
away.
the box.
Yeah. Hey,
It's not
track.
here. Wait, fuck, where did it go?
Fuck, we've lost it. I don't see it on the map.
What?
Maybe it got away. It seems so fast though.
No, the poacher died.
Yeah, but then the black
So,
spirit can possess the box, and then it bounces around, and I think it can still
oh
go
shit.
away.
Fuck.
Feel sad, man. Well, next time.
Feel so sad, man. Oh shit.
Yeah, I think
That's
when
so
the
sad.
I think when the black spirit possesses it, it gets like more health and stuff as well. Like it's harder to kill and shit. Oh, this guy's fucking coming, stolen our thing. Hold on, let me check who it is. Ah, it's a soul guy. Okay, no, it's fine. I'm not gonna fuck with that guy. Excuse me. Okay, let's go to the big camp.
Man, I'm so sad for that poacher box. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that is pretty
Like
sorry.
it should be right around there. I saw it bounce into the tree, but like
Yeah, that was weird. It usually doesn't go away that
yeah.
fast. It usually stays for quite a long time.
So it got clipped inside of something.
Yeah, maybe. Man, that fucking
Yeah,
murder king
because
guy
I
just
definitely
came
saw it bounce. Ah. Oh damn it. Wait, did this? Oh yeah, this guy just spawned.
through.
Oh,
Yeah, I just came in through because I'm just trying to save some time. While we missed so many camps. Oh, 10 p.m. Nice.
I don't think I can solo this guy if I'm careful enough. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
rumbling
not
earth
sure.
shard.
Yeah, those things are pretty decent. They usually sell. It was like what, like 200k or something.
Oops. Sorry.
No problem.
Quite gaseous today.
Super chilled.
Where am I stuck? Why did that guy reset?
These monkey guys are a little finicky sometimes. Yo, I just got 3 voodoo dolls so quick. Yo, that's so nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Like I literally got 1 at that camp, and then I got 2 here. Fuck, that was so nice.
Oh, nice. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Butchers up here is like 45 minutes at a time, right?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, I don't even have a loot scroll. Fuck. I never got that lucky when I had a loot scroll. Now that I don't have one, just fucking get like 3 in a row. Yeah. Crazy. I don't know how this game's
Like,
already works.
don't they give you like 3 loose score per day now?
Yeah,
the free
I think
ones?
it's 2, yeah, 2 per day, yeah.
Ah, 2, huh?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. Which is really nice. I'm so, like, I love this fucking event, dude. It's like my favorite event I've ever had, yo. So simple.
Increase grind rate.
Yeah, so
Every
simple.
server is like Arsha.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful. Like, fuck.
Like, imagine if they even apply this on Arsha. People would be freaking fighting each other for everything.
Yeah, but you should. Crazy stuff. One day, we'll get there. Arsha grind every day. Man, the game must be so fun on Arsha if you just like main Arsha all day. Fuck, that must be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, this Murder
Oh,
King
yeah.
guy keeps telling us taking our shit. No, it's fine. I'm gonna leave these soul guys. I've been following with these soul guys a lot. They've been pretty cool. I'm not gonna ask them to move. We can give them that that ground spot. And every fuck when I first tried to fight them, like they had too many people, so like fucking
Yeah, maybe they'll pick 5 with someone can't fight. Like, can't fight the number of them.
Yeah, and these soul guys have been following a lot around here recently. Every day I've seen them on multiple servers.
So they don't have a main channel, huh?
I don't know.
They don't use. It's like they have so much member that they don't even use a main channel.
Maybe every time I see them here, I try and change, and I just like so often I run into another one on a different server. This guy's been following at the exact same time as me. It feels sad.
So we're not going for North War for now, right?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I think if we can maybe get like a lot of people who, excuse me, say they
Get
want to
excited
do it.
about North War.
Yeah, if a lot of people say, hey, we want to do it, then maybe. But I think
Like,
right now,
not much of us are going to do North War right now.
yeah, exactly. That's the problem. Like we would need like all the fucking if like all the guild officers are online and like a whole bunch of like the main guys who like aren't guild officers.
Yeah.
Maybe then we could, but that's like perfect situation. It's probably not gonna happen.
I've never seen African fights though.
Yeah, so I don't think he's playing as much right now, which is fine. I don't think that's a big deal.
Well, at least like GM is like now not as uptight, I guess.
Yeah, he seems to be chilling out a little bit.
Yeah, he's been chill. Maybe it's because of his work that he's like, fuck. Maybe these guys have to realize and something.
Yeah, hopefully.
It must be like a self-realization mode for him.
Sorry, say that again?
Oh yeah. So I say that this might be our GM getting busy.
Oh yeah,
It might
also
be a
not the.
self-realization moment for him. Like he understand that fuck, these guys have work too.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be the best way for him to realize it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh wait, I jumped. Oh, feels bad. Ah, I jump again. Trying to go to the seamless and then I just jump. Oh wait, we're still losing our camps.
Yeah, I know. Let's just go.
Damn that.
Let's just come do this one down. Yeah. So telling me a little more time before it responds.
Oh, he's there. He's there. He's near here.
Oh,
Wait,
careful,
that's
careful.
another guy.
Yeah, it's a different guy from
I
the
see.
same guild.
Wait, Burger King? Is that the same gear?
Ah, okay. No, it's. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. So it's the same guy.
His killers are quite faster, so maybe he has fewer beyond or something. That guy must be geared. Ooh, running black. Ooh, Hey, does a Kutum deal bonus AP damage on monster, or does it just give bonus damage on monster?
Yeah, it does. Bonus damage on monsters. Right now, mine
Is it AP
using.
or bonus?
Oh, it's AP. Sorry. So right now I have extra 43.
Huh.
Yeah, 43 AP on monsters. What's dandy? Humans only. Okay. What's that?
Oh, some guy knocked me out. Oh, that's... Yeah, he can insta clear that thing.
No, I think I was there with him. I thought that was you who was fighting him. Okay, there's no point. Just go back.
Losing a big cam hurts, huh?
Yeah, it does hurt. Yeah,
Oh,
so
10 minutes left. Oh, I got another Gorilla Pistol. 10 minutes left on buff.
yes.
Let's just make use of it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. What does this guy know who jumped on my head?
I tried to get BDO working with my controller, my PS4 controller, just so like I can sit back and relax and stuff, but I'm just like not PvPing or whatever. But like it's hard, like the settings are just so weird and hard to use. Like, like there's so many buttons and key bindings that you gotta know and remember. Like it's just so nasty.
That amount of skills on a controller, though.
Yeah, it's hard, right? I think you can do it. There's like a whole bunch of like shifting buttons. So if you're holding like left trigger, it's like a shift, right? And then right trigger is like a different shift. So you end up having like 3 different sets of buttons. So you can do it. Must be very hard
Well,
though. Like,
theoretically, you can do it, but like, it would be hard.
yeah, it must be really hard to do. Like, I'm sure if you got used to it, like it would be fine. But could you imagine trying to do like screen turns and stuff? Like that must be so hard. Like for a ninja, if you
Yeah.
want to just try to do your 180s and stuff, like fuck. That must be so difficult. Like, couldn't even imagine how you would do that. You probably don't even try to do that. Like, I would guess. I'd like to see what it like.
No,
What?
they,
Hmm?
maybe that's why they don't, make the PS for the, what's that? The PS4 version.
Hmm?
It's
Yeah.
not like cross-platform playable with the PC version.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. It would be unfair, I think.
It would be really unfair.
Yeah. Not to mention, I think it's nice if they like have their own economy and like their own game and stuff, and like also their own progression. You know what I mean?
I heard that they are quite a way behind our progression, right?
I would imagine so. Yeah. Can I just turn around? I hope we're not doing this too fast now, though. Maybe. Like maybe we're pretty close, but it should be fine. Ah, motherfucker.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I think something that's important to remember with the running out of energy thing is make sure to only ever use your brace when you are like super, super empty on energy. Really try and push it.
Yeah, I only brace when I have like
Oh, push
10
it, poacher.
left.
Poacher, poacher. I think it's up here. Have you found it? I swear I see another one over here. Oh, it's a fucking panther. That's what I see. Oh shit. Careful, careful, careful. Oh no, I pulled the panther. Okay. Uh-oh.
Wait, where's the box? Where's the box?
No.
I don't see any box.
No
Oh,
way.
oh yeah, I see, I see.
Ooh, where's this panther?
Oh, pure forest
Oh.
forest.
Okay, be very careful. Have you fought a black panther before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. I just aggroed on him and try to fight it. Where's it
Like,
gone?
why is it a black panther though?
What do you mean?
Like, why is the poacher a black panther?
Oh, I don't know
It
why.
looks like a panther.
Yeah, I don't know why the panther comes up as one. I'm thinking maybe because it's like a rare mob. If I had to guess, maybe panthers are just like rare spawns. I don't know.
Let me check the door first. It's 2 mil. The Doom horse.
Nice. You get something good from it.
I think one guy in our guild has a dream horse.
Has it what?
Oh yeah, one guy in our guild has a dream horse. This fencing, fencing has a Doom horse. He has a Doom horse.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, and apparently he bought it
Oh shit.
for 12 bill.
No, you
Yeah,
lie.
12 bill.
Is he soft cap? Like what the fuck?
He, sh
He must be
he showed
soft
to
cap,
me
bro.
yesterday. Yeah, I think so.
Cause I wouldn't spend 12 bill if I wasn't soft cap. Do you know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
Like 12 bill on a fucking horse. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Fucking buy like a tet fucking dandy or some shit, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yes.
Jesus. This guy spent on a bleeping horse.
Oh my fuck, dude. Yeah, I could never. I have like the trashiest horse in the world. Like, trust me, I want a nice horse, but fuck, dude, just could never do that. Hey.
Ah, 5 minutes still buff.
Nice. Yeah, we'll finish it good luck and then we call it.
Let's finish it up.
Yeah, finish it strong.
So have you ever had a problem with like your visa application to other countries?
Yeah, sometimes. Unfortunately, a lot of people from my country, they will come to other countries and give our country a bad name. So it sometimes is a little difficult, and that's fair enough. Like a big problem is okay, let's go back. A big problem is a lot of people came from my country um, and said that they spoke English as like a first language, because for a lot of the people in my country, English is our first language, right? So like English was my first language, for example. I didn't speak any other language, at first. I spoke English, but for the majority of people from our country, English isn't their first language, right? But South Africans, you know, used to be able to go to countries and say, like, and call themselves native speakers, because a lot of us were. but then a whole bunch of people who weren't native speakers would go to those countries and say that they were, right? And then that started being a problem, right?
Yeah.
That was why there was
Yeah,
a
that's a
problem.
problem.
That's a huge problem, and now because of that, like we have to basically prove that we are native speakers. Like we have to sit an exam or a test or whatever. Like my girlfriend, she tried to apply to get her qualification recognized in a different country, but to do that she had to sit an IELTS test, but
Oh,
for her
God.
own language, and it's like what the fuck, you know, like.
Well, convenient that she has a boyfriend who does these things.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. She also teaches the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Yet she
Yeah.
teaches this stuff, and she had to go sit
And
one
she
to
still
prove.
has to do the test.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh? It's crazy. I know. Hilarious.
Like, you have to have a license to do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God,
So
that's
it's so weird, right? It doesn't make any sense, but
yeah, so
yeah,
freaking.
but that's how it is, and it's not the country's fault. It's my country's fault, right? Because people from my country came and they fucked it up. So I can't really complain. 'Cause it's our people that fucked it up. So what can we do?
Hope that will change over time.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But I think the problem is that people from my country will try again. So I don't know if they. I think they have to keep it like this. Unfortunately.
Still kind of ironic though. An IELTS teacher has taken IELTS.
I know, it's very fucking ironic. Like, it's hilarious. Super, super hilarious. Ah. Oh, motherfucker. Nothing worse than when your brace animation gets cancelled. So you use the spell and you're on 0 energy, but now your fucking brace didn't actually work. I hate it, dude. That's the old spaghetti bolognese.
You can cancel brace with almost everything.
Hmm?
I think you could cancel brace with almost everything.
No, I mean, but when someone else, when like a monster cancels your brace, so like it doesn't actually work,
Oh.
that's the
Oh yeah,
worst.
That's the bad part.
That actually happened to me today when I was fighting Sonic. So he stole my energy, right, with his move, and then I tried to brace, and then he cancelled my brace with his long range. I think that arrow that he shoots or whatever, right?
You were dead then.
I,
No energy.
yeah, luckily I had enough to go invisible, so I just waited in invisible for like 10 seconds, waited for my brace to come back. So it was my only thing I could do. Do you know what I mean? I had literally, if I tried anything else, I would have died. So I felt a little scumbag, but I had to. Like I would have died if I didn't do that. So what good could you do? That's our class.
Strange that he didn't went for a game like Minesweeper though. Like he can actually sweep in his invisibility, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a booster after all, so
Yeah,
he
that's
has a
true.
lot of AoE.
But I mean, if we're using our special invis, the one where we can dash in, then it becomes obviously really hard. Because if I ever do that, I'll just dash away from him. I'll just go step away. And then it's like, for him to be able to guess where I am would be really, really difficult. Because it's like, you know what I mean, I can go anywhere. I can just dash, dash, dash. Like, it's crazy.
Oh yeah, now that you say that, I just know the
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't know that the special invisibility that you can only dash into special invisibility without breaking invisibility, right?
Yeah, check, watch.
Just shift Z, shift X, yeah, yeah, this thing.
Mm-hmm. It's really busted. It's really good. You usually use
Yeah,
that
it's
to
really
like
good.
get for grabs, right? So like especially people who don't know, like if a ninja goes invisible, right? Most people will constantly keep dashing or using AoE spells so that we can't just walk up to them. But some people don't. A lot of people just don't know that. So they'll just stand there and wait, and then you just walk up to them or dash up to them and grab. It's great. It's so funny. Get a full combo, like it's super nice.
Man, this is funny if that works. So funny.
Yeah, it'll only work on them one time. That's the problem, because the second time they'll know, and they won't let you do it
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
So
You can never do the same thing twice.
Yeah.
Except when you're a striker.
Yeah, exactly. Strike, you just do the same thing every time. It'll always work.
You
Like,
just do the same thing over and over
just
again.
rush grab. Fucking super armor grab. Fucking 2 super armors and grab, and it's just keep doing it. Eventually, when the grab lands, you'll fucking kill the guy. 100%. Oh man. Isn't the combo like you just spawn like all your fucking guys or your clones and then you just do the big spell, right? That's the combo. Man, that seems so crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen a Sork though. Have you ever seen a Sork?
I have seen one before, but they're very rare. Very, very rare. I tried to play it before, but it's so hard. It's so fucking hard.
They say that Sork is like somewhat invincible if you know how to play them.
Yeah, she can cycle her iframes like the whole fucking time. And like, she can fight in iframes. That's what makes it really good, is she can just fucking hard fight, like hard do damage, whilst being fully protected. Like we can't really do that, right? We can cycle protection, but then like we can't actually do any
Like,
damage.
not at the same time as doing damage.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it's really good.
Oh my god, fuck these two. B.
And the way her fly works is really good as well. Once you know how her movement works, you can really, really fly around. Yo, my Kutum is almost broken. What the fuck? That's
a little chewy gears.
what a long run. I have like 67 fucking durability on my Kutum, and it's almost broken. And I have costume buff. Crazy. So that's basically like 75.
30 all mines.
Yo, and yours isn't broken?
No, mine's not broken yet. Maybe I slash less than you.
Huh.
But like,
oh, it's probably because I
slash
spam
the
Q.
same
No,
things,
it's
right?
because I probably spam Q, right?
Oh yeah, you spam Q at all.
Yeah, there you go. That's interesting. I didn't realize it would work like that.
Like the thing about like respamming the moves or quick movements, it costs you durability too.
Oh, really? Does it cost your ability to do this stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Does it? What?
Oh wait, I think that's so that's far.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was only if we hit stuff. Hectic. That's crazy. Ah, well, to be honest, I like getting durability because it just gives you a better chance to get +1. +1 when you repair. It's great. I love it, dude. Every time I see that +1 durability come up, I'm like, yes! Fuck, it feels so good. Like a free 2.5 mil, you know what I mean? Just like the blacksmith just gave you a free 2.5 mil, like right there. Free memory frag. Yeah. What a nice guy, dude. What a nice blacksmith.
It pops quite often though.
It does pop quite often, eh? That's the thing. I'm so surprised at how often it pops.
It pops so often.
It's nice because the game, like, it's a nice way of rewarding you for playing the game. You know, if you're gonna go grind hard. You're gonna go grind hard for a couple hours, bro. Oh well, here's a free memory frag for that. Well done. You know, like that's cool. I like that.
That's so rewarding, guys.
Yeah, it feels good, man. And like the longer you grind, the more chances you gotta get in. Like that's cool. I just keep wanting to see that.
Oh yeah, my buff is gone.
Your buff, okay, nice.
Oh yeah, the damage buff is gone. Now I'm hitting air. Oh shit. It's like this is the difference of like 20 AP. Oh yeah. I'm gonna fall back.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That was a good grind.
I should really get some. Yeah, 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
I'll get up that here without counting. So are you gonna continue for a while, or are you gonna stop now?
I'm thinking I might use another scroll here. Probably gonna make some coffee, use another item scroll, and grind for like another hour, I think.
Alright. You're trying really hard, man.
Yeah, thank you. I do. Trying to get the OP nut.
Yeah,
exactly. What's up, man? What's up?
Got to download this.
Maybe I won't grind for another
1, 2,
hour.
3, 4, 5.
Maybe I'm actually gonna go to bed. My girlfriend.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is like 800.
Maybe.
8 mil plus another 16 mil.
Okay.
This is like 24 mil.
Well, I'll call it for the YouTube video there. So goodbye, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Anyone who did. And watching the entire 2 hours and 10 minutes of us grinding Manshaums. Very kind of you.
Bye, YouTube.
Meg says bye, YouTube as well.